back to us.
Yeah.
As always, your presence here is voluntary.
That woman is Sherri Papini, and she was kidnapped, yet police are interrogating her. The case of Sherri Papini gives true crime fans an insight on how simple psychology can very much alter the story being told. Sherri Papini didn't gain control through authority or power. She gained it through sympathy. In 2016, she disappeared while jogging in California. Weeks later, she was found injured, emaciated, claiming she had been kidnapped by strangers. The story triggered national concern, massive searches, and public fear. None of her story was actually true. Investigators eventually discovered that Papini had staged the kidnapping and had been staying with the former partner the entire time. And the injuries, they were self-inflicted. The entire story was fabricated. But why did her story work then? Because Sherri leaned into one of the most powerful psychological roles that anyone can use, the victim role. See, victim narratives bypass skepticism. They activate protection instincts. See, no one wants to really question someone who was traumatized because that doubt feels insanely cruel. And what she did was reinforce that role very carefully, like visible injuries, emotional fragility, selective memory gaps, and details that sounded extremely painful but were hard to verify. This is what psychologists call sympathy manipulation. See, when someone presents themselves as harmed, burden of proof quietly flips. People thinking, is this true? The question becomes, how do we help them out? Papini also benefited from something called narrative momentum. Once the story had started to spread, institutions committed resources, the media amplified it, and public belief reinforced itself. And walking it back became psychologically impossible for everyone involved. But lies built on sympathy are fragile, and as more evidence accumulated, the narrative ended up collapsing. Papini had later admitted to the truth and was convicted for making false statements and mail fraud. But the case isn't about dismissing real victims, understanding manipulation that hides in victimhood. Because while most victims deserve that compassion and belief, there are rare cases where the victim actually uses their tools to their advantage. And when sympathy replaces verification, the truth can disappear right along with accountability. And if you made it this far in the video and enjoyed dark psychology and want to know more, go ahead and hit that follow button so you don't miss out on the next one.